All right, Fox News alert to NFL legend and now University of Colorado football coach Deion Sanders. He has just announced that he had a cancerous bladder tumor removed. Sanders says he is now, quote, cured from the cancer. Let's bring in Dr. Siegel, who joins us by phone. As we were reporting earlier on Fox and Friends, he had not noted what was going on, but we knew he was home for a bit and out of the public eye, Dr. Siegel. And now we learned that he was diagnosed with an aggressive form of bladder cancer. But after this surgery, his oncologist now considers him cured. Get your thoughts, Dr. Siegel.
Well, first of all, there's several different types of bladder cancer. The type that you hope for is called transitional cell, and it's treated locally with something like a TB, believe it or not, a tuberculosis-type treatment called BCG. That goes on for a long time. I've suspected that that might be what the King of England has, although I certainly don't have any information on that. But when you have the bladder removed like this, it's much more likely a more radical or aggressive form of bladder cancer. What they do, and your viewers are definitely wondering what next, you build a pouch. You either build a pouch from large intestine or small intestine, but you build a conduit that takes the place of the bladder and will empty urine for you. That is something he will have. In the meantime, they use tubes, but they will build that. When they say that he's cured, Sandra, there's about an 80% 5-year survival rate with all kinds of bladder cancer. So it's very good news to hear that they feel he's cured. But of course, they're going to be doing constant surveillance and scans to make sure, and they may consider additional treatment like chemotherapy.
Hey, Dr. Marc, it's Trace. I want to play some sound. This is from Coach Prime's doctor. He said the following. Watch.
We removed the tumor. It was very high grade, invading through the bladder wall, not into the muscle layer, something we call very high risk, non-muscle invasive bladder cancer. Given his commitments to his family and to the team, elected to undergo a bladder removal. We performed a full robot-assisted laparoscopic bladder removal and creation of a new bladder. And I am pleased to report that the results from the surgery are that he is cured from the cancer.
I mean, it seems to me like they were very upbeat, Dr. Marc. You got this whole thing where, hey, she's in an upbeat tone, and you see Deion next to her, and it seems like they believe they have gotten this thing. Will there be follow-up? Will there be any chemo? And will this affect him coaching this year at all?
Well, first of all, you heard her mention the word robotic. That's state-of-the-art now. I mean, you literally do this through a small incision with minimal blood loss. You can take the whole bladder out. You know, he recovers quickly, maybe even go home the next day. You can send specimens during the operation and do what's called a fresh frozen section to make sure that your margins are clear. Clearly, the margins were clear. What follow-up chemotherapy, that's called adjuvant therapy, that would depend on exactly what the pathology shows. It would be common, but not automatic. I suspect he'll have some additional treatment, and I suspect he will be able to coach this year.
Can you tell us anything about the average diagnosis for something like this? You feel like there's, you know, so many different ages people look out for symptoms, what the symptoms are of this. He was turning, let's see, 58 years old, or he will be turning 58 years old next month, Dr. Siegel.
Oh, that's young. And of course, we look for this more in people that are smokers or people that have environmental toxins that they're exposed to. I don't know that that's true in his case. But, you know, it's interesting, Sandra. You can miss this easily. And the only way we find a clue, kind of like, you know, Sherlock Holmes, is if you do a urine analysis and you see microscopic blood. This is one of the reasons you have to have regular checkups with your doctor, because we always check urine. And if we check urine and we see microscopic blood, then we do a more prominent workup, and we would look for something like this. Cystoscopy is how it might be diagnosed, where you put a scope in.
Well, he says he's back and feeling great. And based on that news conference he gave with his doctor and his medical team last night, looks like he's back and ready for the job.
He's always been a very optimistic, upbeat guy. You know, he's the biggest touter of his team and of you know, doing things the proper way. So he sounds like he's in good shape. Go ahead, Doc.
He was that way as a player, too. Yeah. I think that that's a big factor. I think hope and courage and prayer. All of that factors big time in recovery.
Yeah, and played professional football as well as professional baseball, and just, you know, a great overall guy. Did broadcasting, now he's coaching, and every year he will tell you his team is going to be the best in the country, as you can tell from the way he promoted his son, who he expected to go #1 in the draft, didn't, but we are glad to see that the doctors are so.
As an athlete, you always have to believe you will win, right?
You have to believe you're going to win.
Dr. Siegel, thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
All right.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.